Can't play football here, mate. It's like, alright, fine, whatever.
Alright, well. Wait, did we miss the knife?
No,
I just like zoned out totally when you're telling your football story.
Man,
Wait, into the pistol.
My voice
oh my
put
god.
you into a trance.
You tranced in trance.
This is your map, DDK. I'm still a relative noob at season.
Well, they're gonna go for the straight up underground push onto the A site, which is nice. I actually am a big fan of opening pistols like this, and they have one guy actually to delay rotation by making some sound over by B and some contact. So once he's actually successfully done that, there it is. Ooh, doesn't want to die straight away. He needs to stay there. Here we go. We have the rush now, and that's perfectly done. But AZK with a quick triple. That is massive there. That's really going to slow them down, if not completely stop them. FNS, the guy who was solely tasked with just creating a distraction, is now the only hope in this pistol round. But 6 health, that's not much of a
This map kind of reminds me of GoldenEye 64 for some reason. Like the new styling of it. I just saw the silenced pistols firing on A, and I just saw GoldenEye. I don't know. If you agree with me, let us know in the chat. So, initial buy round coming out here for iBUYPOWER. Going to go with 4 rifles, 3 M4s, so straight up to the big boys. Once again, a lack of grenades to be mentioned here. And I think the mouseSpaz team are just going to run back because we do have quite enormous lag actually, unfortunately, on here. So hopefully the admins can do something about this. So we may have a pause coming in because lag.
Because lag.
So how do you feel about this?
I don't like lag. I have had a very, very tenuous relationship with lag in the past.
Tenuous relationship with lag.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know what else to say.
Well, I guess basically the players will have to. I mean, they just changed servers, so they're gonna have to.
They were going to change.
Oh, they're going to. But they didn't.
Tariq was had rectified now. It took a bit longer than it should have, but we are about to get into the match, as you can see. So iBUYPOWER 1 round up after winning the pistol against mouseSpaz. C2Ts with a split. Going to be looking to get a bomb plant here. Have gone all in on this eco. Is a force buy. You can see Cutler is naked with the scouts. Going to be looking for a bomb plant, but definitely going to try to win the round here. So have spent all the money in the bank.
Cutler might get himself a tag. Does get some damage on Scoodle, but it was a wallbang. So, well, actually that's quite a lot of damage still for a wallbang. So Scoodle's down to half health, but Scoodle did see Cutler there. So little tiny smidgen of information at the moment. iBUYPOWER very cautious. They don't want to run into any weird situations caused by the pistols. Need to hold on to that money that they have in their hands. Obviously, mouseSpaz are slowly making their way up for the split onto A, and in it comes. iBUYPOWER already going to lose Dazed and AZK very quickly. Skadoodle going to find a player, but things are looking very, very bad for iBUYPOWER. The bomb goes down. All the mouseSpaz are still alive. This is huge right now. This is a big swing in money. iBUYPOWER, they are not even interested in retaking this, which means that 2 players that did die, those weapons are probably retrievable. But here we are. We're going to see actually going to go in from short, but this bomb is already pretty far ticked at this point, and we don't have a key on anyone but Skadoodle.
Is that boost where Hazed was possible in old season?
Yes.
Pretty nice boost.
Indeed, it's been possible in all the Source seasons as well. All the Source seasons? I think
all the Source seasons.
There's only one.
You found a source?
There's only one season in Source.
Okay, so it is 1-1. mouseSpaz bringing it back. Do you have a favourite for this?
I'd have to say I don't have a favourite for this one. Well, okay, no, I do. I'm lying. iBUYPOWER, I think.
Still on the iBUYPOWER train.
Yeah, pretty much. I think they just have a good. From what I saw last of them playing this, they have a good grasp of it. At least how to play these positions.
But this is a relative mouseSpaz is a relative unknown for you this season, or
yes, That's true. That's a good point. But that's the thing. I can only go on what I know, and mouseSpaz are question marks here and there for me. That is true.
You can see that they're playing really well as a team. You can see that was a nice opening frag there with a flashbang. Skadoodle looking for a tag in mid. Nothing to be found yet. All the terrorists on maximum life. 2 frags coming in there. I think going to be Skadoodle and Pico left. Finally, tag coming in with the scout. Skadoodle going to get a second one as well. That's a fast one on... that is Hayes in mid, who hasn't been tagged just yet. There's a tag. Last man standing is going to be Hiko. Good chance to get a frag here. There it is. On a low life Hayes. You can see FNS, the other guy with 25 HP remaining, but I think Hiko will be going for the save now. So, good start from mouseSpaz after losing the pistol round. CT economy is definitely not doing well at the moment. Second bomb plant in a row for mouseSpaz.
Absolutely, and it is a relatively two-sided map. It does depend on how well the team can play the two-side though, and exploit the inherent advantages in the rotation distance for the CTs so far from one side to another. That's a typical dilemma on this map. And there are a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people who have mixed. Well, yeah, there's a lot of mixed feelings. I think about this map. It is definitely not the simplest map to play, and there's a lot that's been is still unexplored. I think. See a forward smoke, and we are actually going to see the full push coming in from mouseSpaz pretty much with those AKs. They do have quite a bunch of grenades to throw behind this as well. Hiko just going to poke back, and he's doing this more or less by himself. Hiko versus an entire team. I don't know if I like those odds for Hiko. He does take down one player though with a grenade after tagging him some, and Hiko's leaving. Hiko's rotating all the way back around. That's kind of interesting there. I guess, of course, you know, you want to keep that M4 alive, but the rest of his team not on very much here. If they could actually contain everybody, they might be able to pick up some weapons. It's going to be down to mouseSpaz's map knowledge to know what is the safest place, like how far away do they have to go from the bomb, and what spot is the safest in this circumstance. Because look at this, Skadoodle's going to come in here, and look, they're all going to stack in the corner there. Are they going to be safe? Yes, they are very safe indeed. But they controlled this situation quite well. Hiko going to hold on to his M4, and the buy going to come in for iBUYPOWER.
So we can see Hiko dropping the AWP for Skadoodle. How important is the AWP in this map?
The AWP is definitely very versatile. You can use it all over the place. There's lots of long-range angles. There's, of course, you know, mid-control to think about, and you get some really, really good potential shots on A as well. Like if the mid play can then go back and quickly, if he sees somebody or if an A rush is called, he can go to kind of pathway into that site from middle, and he has loads of great shots onto short, onto the secret. So AWP is great here, and you can see that Peter's going to be leading the charge to get the AWP pick. That's fantastic work there. I mean, had he had an AK or something like that, he wouldn't be getting the frag, and the information would go to the iBUYPOWER side. So it's a great solution to lead with the AWP there.
You can see FNS is going to be towards the B site at the moment. Still got Hayes and Cutler in mid. Let's have a look at where Skadoodle is for the time being. He has rotated towards the A site. Time is starting to tick down. 45 seconds remaining here as we have two CTs holding the A site, but the remaining CTs not really sure as to what is going on just yet. So they're going to be forced onto a longer rotation as the clock starts to tick down. You see smokes coming out from the CT. Says Skadoodle holding an angle to try and stop this push. And Nate has given the fact away that there is going to be a T there as the push does start to come from the terrorist side.
Good retake there from Dazed. Very bold stuff. Pushing straight in with the M4. Hayes and Cutler still want to try to make this work though. The bomb is down by Secret. In goes the AG. You see Cutler finishing off Dazed. And we have a 2-on-2. That's a very timely push there on short. Able to take down the planter as he comes fresh off the bomb. And we have Hiko swinging in as well for the last frag. So there's the defuse. And iBUYPOWER bringing things back a little bit here. And an AWP as well. So that's very nice. Largely speaking, mouseSpaz is going to be wanting to find themselves in the region of 7 to 10 rounds on this T side. and iBUYPOWER are going to be happy with anything, I think, between 5 and 8 themselves. But it is hard to say because I don't know how well mouseSpaz can play either side actually, because I haven't seen them play Season. So I do know that iBUYPOWER has a pretty strong CT side and a potentially very strong T side as well. So it's hard to say for me right now.
Okay, so we're going to have going towards mid again. Skadoodle going to be unchallenged as of yet. Finesse is going to be loitering in the area as the bomb does head back towards A for the second time. Hayes running distraction towards B, going to have Swag coming towards him. That flash not going to connect. Swag's going to connect with the AWP. So that's going to, you can see there's an initial rotation towards B from Skadoodle, but it looks like he's going to be going towards A, expecting the T presence there to make itself known very soon, and soon it might, as we have the flashbangs coming in. Bomb, however, now rotating away from A. So interesting plays here coming out from C side. Are yet to open up any part of this map on this round. Going to start just walking straight up mid. Skadoodle changing his position to go towards A as the CT start to stretch themselves away from B. Swag was heading towards to cover his position, and mouseSpaz are just straight creeping through mid over to the B bomb site.
Yeah, these two AWPs in play for iBUYPOWER could be pretty powerful, but the problem is that one of them is going to get caught up close, and Skadoodle's going to have to like rotate in with his, so things actually will get awkward. Hiko's got to come out with a big result. Gets nothing for iBUYPOWER. So here they go. Skadoodle's going to have a nice opening from up.
Oh, wow.
Gets a tag through the door, through the wall as well, and that's Nate going to go in now. Skadoodle can actually make this work.
Team kill.
If he's able to not get smoked. And it looks like they haven't got a smoke for Skadoodle's position, so this could very well be doable here. Pulls out the 5-7. Look how much they can use upper, considering it's not smoked. Going to drop down his AZK, as we do have Finesse and Peter on the same angle. Ready to go frag on top of that bomb. Here they go. 2 versus 1. It's going to happen for mouseSpaz. Another round, and iBUYPOWER, they can't be healthy on this cash. Indeed. Indeed, they are in a lot of problems right there.
Skadoodle with a bit of extra money. Question marks as to whether he'll throw some pistols, maybe buy a scout, or just save it for the AWP in the next round. Is going to spend $1,000. The Eagle now being $700 as opposed to $800, and will spend the extra $300 on a smoke, which goes out immediately, probably towards mid, as we've seen in previous rounds. T is going to start creeping straight to B, expecting an eco. Lots of small corners in this map, and they're going to stick together. They do not want to get anti-ecoed by the iBUYPOWER team. You can see they've committed to mid and to A. They might start getting itchy feet though and head back towards B. It's going to be Hiko on the bomb site on his own for the time being, so let's see how the T's approach this one.
It is going to be very interesting to see if iBUYPOWER can find a way back into this. Things can start to spiral out of control. If you push into the B bomb site, even if they stack this, it really plays very well for the T's because they can use grenades so effectively. Even though there's a lot of corners here and there, it's really hard for them to actually do much here. And you know, mouseSpaz can control the spaces very well. So it was a nice choice, and I really like how they were able to combine their effort there together and stick as one unit and not send people all over the shop, especially on a map like this, which is so huge. Together is in really important rounds like this, and we can see that mouseSpaz are going to continue to do so to make sure they don't give anything away, and they've taken everybody down apart from Skadoodle and Dazed, but they don't care. They really don't. They just don't care at all. So can iBUYPOWER bring about a halt in the next buy round for them to mouseSpaz's shenanigans here?
How long, considering it's 2-5 and this is well, this is considered a T map, right? Because of the rotations from the CTs.
Yeah.
As we're seeing mouseSpaz exploit at the moment, how many rounds do mouseSpaz get on the T side before iBUYPOWER starts to get worried? Or, better question, how many rounds do iBUYPOWER need on the less favored CT side?
5 or 5, I'd say 5, 6. Would be really nice. Would be acceptable.
Again, only one person. That is Hiko on the B side, although Skadoodle doesn't look too far away.
It is quite interesting because they do have a lot of control of middle, and they should really turn that control into a read where they can say, okay, we should put an extra player on B or something like that, because their middle control doesn't do them many favors right now, as they're not getting the info from it. not having the push come into the bomb site, and they're going to effectively smoke off everybody but Hiko, who is isolated and cut down with the AKs. So this is impossible. This seems impossible. There's so many grenades that they have now used, and a lot of times being killed. Oh, a small gap found by AZK, perhaps a way in. Okay, if he's going to find a way in, have to cut his way in with that M4, but it's not going to happen. And that's Skadoodle, you know, there's just no sense in him trying to like push here. He's going to fall back, and once again, it felt like they didn't get the info they needed to make the gamble, because it's all gonna. A lot of this is going to be about gambles. You can't play super reactively on this map. That's kind of the reason. You know, like you're saying, the rotation times. That's the extra leap you can then make. That the CTs do have to go for some gambles. Say, okay, we have this information. Well, we'd like more, but can we get more? Well, maybe not. Let's. What do we think is going to happen?
So let's see if iBUYPOWER, sorry, if mouseSpaz continue to exploit the B bomb site, or if iBUYPOWER will make adjustments. And again, if they make adjustments and mouseSpaz make adjustments as well, then they could be the wrong adjustments.
One thing some teams do is they put 2 on B and then they try to push it, because you can do that relatively safely with pre-nades and get a smoke around the corner. And then that way you can then leave somebody on B and then rotate the second player back. And then that's like a way to kind of mitigate the fact that, you know, if they do a B play like they've been doing, like you can get you can slow it down and find out much sooner.
Okay, so Hayes just waiting for any potential flanks from the CTs. You can see Swag and AZK just around the corner. They will hear the Terror next to Hayes, and that is going to be FNS. So that will give the CTs an idea as to where some of these players are. You can see they're looking for them, but those are very consistent, clean smokes. So they'll be able to get away for the time being. First frag coming in. Hayes taking down Dave. Looking for more now. The smoke's dissipating. He's got 2 to deal with. Swag goes down. AZK goes down as well. Hayes escapes with 2 HP. Skadoodle will get a frag on Tarek, and he's probably going to make a run for it, as it's 2 versus 4, and he has an ult versus, well, his team are an eco, or they were, as they're all dead, save for Hiko. He'll be trying to just protect Skadoodle's neck with that P250, while the T's advance and plant on A. FNS looking to find Skadoodle and take that AWP down. So
this time, mouseSpaz kind of played into the more biased side of the map for iBUYPOWER's defense, but still they were unable to really hold effectively. So that's definitely going to suck a little bit for them. And so far, they haven't really shown on their setups, on their buy rounds, that they are able to create situations where they can react in a timely enough fashion in the right spots. Because the problem with B is that once like B is really scary, because if they get in B and plant on B, it's like 2 smokes and they essentially can cut off everything. Whereas A is not as bad. Of course, you can smoke CT and you can smoke. Well, okay, it is actually as bad because you can smoke CT in short, and it's like still as hard to get in. But at least, I mean, it's really difficult to go for the retakes if they get in there clean and really fast. So you want to really try to prevent that.
You can see a changing tactics here from iBUYPOWER. They've got 2 pushing straight down mid here. We've got Daze and AZK slowly but surely going to emerge over mid. In the meantime, they have a second person onto the B bomb site now. We've got Hiko and Swag over there, and it's just going to be Skadoodle holding the angle with the AWP.
So one thing that you can do on this map is that we can see that in the position of Swag, where he has the long vision here, he's going to actually flash for Hiko. So they got the smoke there. You want to like lock down that one entrance, and you can re-smoke it and treat it almost as like it's banana on Inferno, and then you can leave the one player once you've got that choke point under control, because that one player can hold the choke point pretty well, and if somebody comes back to try to retake the choke point, you have like a bit of information to work with. You can see Daze actually with the mid push get sandwiched a little bit, but they're holding their own here in middle. Gonna have to back away though. It's not really a favorable engagement here for iBUYPOWER. However, they're gonna make the frags anyway. AZK sent I don't know where with that AWP, thanks to Peter, but iBUYPOWER coming out on top in this round. And that middle hold, wow, ooh, that was stunning there from Finesse. And now they've turned it into a 2-on-2. Might just be doable. Wow, Kukli style there from Peter, and Skadoodle's alone. Madness here in middle. Skadoodle alone. iBUYPOWER were 4 against 2. They're now 1 against 2. This is a disaster, and they are sprinting to B. To get that bomb down. They do have barely enough time to do it as well.
That was a truly disgusting.
Wait, okay, alright, I'm good. I was, yeah.
That gasp was glorious.
Oh my god.
That was more like drowning, that one.
So Skadoodle like kind of has to save this, which is ridiculous. It just they were 4-2, and then they've lost the situation. I mean, the thing is though, absolutely stunning shots from Finesse and Peter. Like the jumping headshot with a P250, and that ridiculous flick one shot from Finesse. I mean,
that P250 was I got to say, a huge stroke of luck, but you know, it was a round changer because if he doesn't get that, then when he jumps out, he's probably losing to the M4. And that jumping P250, you could argue, won them the round.
Not to mention that Skadoodle was pretty much hot on their heels as well. He just needed like an extra few seconds, which would have happened unless that if that P250 shot hadn't occurred. So 8-2, it's definitely a pretty bad situation here for iBUYPOWER. They need to obviously get another buy going for themselves, but they just can't do that right now. They do still have the op from Skadoodle and decided to force behind that, so they have to make do with what they have here. Do get caught here. No flashes out because they're so low on money, and this is the thing, you need the nades, kind of like Inferno in many spots on this B site. That's a good hold there from Swag. Does get 2 frags. So 3-on-3 now, and Skadoodle's in position. This is good work here for iBUYPOWER. Skadoodle going to hit the shot, and iBUYPOWER looking quite strong on the defense here, as there is only 1 smoke left, and it's on Cutler. Can they make this work? AZK coming up on the upper area. Skadoodle almost going for that shot. And they have the site, but getting the bomb down is rather precarious. They know the CTs are there. So there is, a second smoke found. This is very good news here for mouseSpaz. That's going to get them the safety to plant that bomb, and Finesse is going to go back to the jail area here, towards the vents, and Cutler, not quite finding that third player. He's cognizant that a player can be here, but he doesn't know for sure, just checking it, and Daze is going to catch him in the back. That's huge. Now Finesse is alone, over by jail, and he's going to have to come out huge. He crawled through the smoke, so they don't know where he is, and he's going to catch them, but can he get the diffuser?
Oh,
he's going to get taken down by AZK. Wow, if he killed AZK, maybe he could have had a shot on the diffuser there, and the other player being a little bit far away, so, and that's a 10-second defuse. So iBUYPOWER, by the skin of their teeth, able to pick up another round.
He could have tried to just pop him straight in the head there, but there was a little bit of movement, so I think he was trying to play for the safe aim in case he moved just before he shot and shoot him in the chest. How he didn't kill him, I do not know.
Yeah, it's good news for iBUYPOWER. Let's leave it at that. Right, now they have another AWP. They got Daze, AWPing, and Skadoodle as well. Skadoodle in middle, and Daze in middle as well, actually. There you go. That's the kind of smokes that you want, but it's a little bit too late. And you know, throwing a flash in there to try to help you safe and get to that corner is pretty nice. But now we have once again a nasty situation here. B taken very fast. Who's there? Doesn't get the shot on though. AZK is alone. 1 on 4. Just gonna go for it. I respect that. There it is. Gets eliminated almost immediately. iBUYPOWER perhaps losing some steam here, not able to get any spree of rounds going, not able to get any momentum going. That is definitely draining.
3-9 at the moment. mouseSpaz with a solid 6-round lead here. Looking good right now. Apologies guys, X-Ray's back in the mix. Again, aggressive positioning here from the CTs. But a mixed buy. They've gone for the 4s. Skadoodle with the AWP. We've got 2 5.7s, well 3, but one of them's just fallen. So life looking pretty difficult for iBUYPOWER. Definitely going to want to get a few more rounds out of the remaining 3, this being the 13th round. Loitering around mid are the Terrors at the moment, with Skadoodle in a position on these stairs. You can see Peter's coming to join him for some tea and cakes. They both missed a shot. Goes back with a nade as well. Luckily gets away with his life. Flashbang coming in. Timed shot from Skadoodle. Still can't connect. So things getting a bit weird for both teams here. 50 seconds on the clock. The T's have fully committed to A. Sorry, the CTs have.
But still have mouseSpaz at this point. They want to go in there. Although perhaps not. This is kind of the annoyance here for the CTs. It is long rotation, but once they make this rotation, there's no going back. So iBUYPOWER, once it hits around like 20 seconds, they can be 100% sure that it's not going to be A, because all they have to do is just take a quick check down short, and they'll see that nobody's near, so it's pretty likely it's going to be B. Unless mouseSpaz are going to go for an elaborate fake. They left Peter there to take down the player who was looking for the info to confirm whether it can be B or not, which is really smart by mouseSpaz. And that's going to leave Skadoodle and Daze in a situation where they can't even try. And that was very well played by mouseSpaz, actually. They played that perfectly.
That frag from Peter completely shut down the rotation from iBUYPOWER. They were like, hold on, guys. Something's going down here, but nothing was going down apart from Peter shooting. Oh, wow, that is nerves right there.
That's pretty funny.
Daze is just on edge right now. Fortunately for Skadoodle, he is going to survive, and that won't be too terrible for the next round. In fact, let's have a quick look at how much armor he has left, 86. So no problemo there, as long as he survives this. But see, Daze a bit on edge right now. 2 rounds remaining. 7-round lead for mouseSpaz. So, the new season. Interestingly, Hiko prefers Cobble over the new season. I did recently ask, with a view to next year, if players and viewers preferred new season to Cobble or old season.
I think there's a lot more history that's been created on Cobble, despite many people being of the opinion that it's a worse map. There's a lot of historic moments already because of it being featured in the majors, I think. So that could play into things as well. As well as the fact that Season's a really hard map to play.
Wow.
ATK going nuts with the 5-7. Picks up 2 frags, and that's going to be nice, as it's a 4-on-3 now because of that. And it's some weapons to boot. Bomb down in secret, and the rotation coming in as they try to hold the position around the bomb. Coming up the middle, going to catch one player off guard. Hiko going to go down, but Skadoodle's there with the trade, and Peter's left with a fairly difficult situation. Does take down Skadoodle. That's actually a massive frag now, because he scored 45 seconds, so if he picks up a rifle, he's going to be able to fight against AZK in these close ranges. I think he really wants to find a rifle here, but I
don't think he knows how to use rifles apart from an AWP.
That's very true. Maybe he's like Skadoodle and he can just use the AWP like a shotgun. At close range. No scope required. Oh, no way. He's going to find AZK from the back. It's almost too easy.
From the back.
And that's really just horrible for AZK. He had that round, had the bomb.
That's demoralizing. It
really is. Especially considering that iBUYPOWER desperately needed to get to a 5. This is obviously going to make that impossible now. So, 3 rounds cannot be, like, surely that can't be where they're going to be sat. Because now they have the force buy coming into play again. They're just going to be buying every for the 2 remaining. Well, this is the last round. So, okay, I'm going to shut up. It's been a long day, man. It's been a long day.
It has been a long day indeed. This is what, 8 hours of North American Counter-Strike?
Catching finesses as well. The sneaky stuff. Does push onto the A site, and it's pretty clean. That's always good news for a terrorist. Almost getting through the smoke there onto a frag, but not quite. That's a very nasty block there. And 4 players there for mouseSpaz, post-plant. CTs are all up in their business though, so they do have a good shot at retaking this, despite the fact that they don't have any weapons. Okay, maybe not a good shot, but they have a shot at trying to do this.
They've got to do it. They have to take the shot. It is the last round of the first half.
Rifler down here for iBUYPOWER, and Swag going to be in with 1 frag. That's it, and that's the half play there. Big result for mouseSpaz. 12 rounds to the 3 of iBUYPOWER. Unable to pull out the expected 5 or so, 5 or 6, and that's a nasty position to play from. How strong is iBUYPOWER's T side? Are they going to get the pistol? These are questions, very important questions to be answered here by iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, mouseSpaz have been doing well with the pistol so far, and on the subject of pistols and M249s, Warcloud on the workshop, bit.ly/faceit249. If you want to misbuy in style, then definitely give that a vote up. We do put the contributions towards the leagues on the Faceit platform as well, or Faceit platform, on the Faceit stream. So if you enjoyed the leagues, if you enjoyed the LAN finals, if you enjoyed the Steel doing the Bernie on stage and definitely vote up the skin, and we can see more of that hopefully next year. So we are going into the second half and a very difficult position. Do you do you feel like this score is fair considering the map, or is it have mouseSpaz done well to get 12-3?
mouseSpaz have done well to get 12-3, but also I think iBUYPOWER's CT definitely needs some work. I think the way that they were playing B obviously gave a huge early half advantage to mouseSpaz. They identified how Hiko was often solo on B, and they didn't correct that. iBUYPOWER didn't correct that until later on. And then when they did have two people on B, I think that they weren't brave enough with how they were supposed to flash and smoke in to lock them in behind the choke point if they weren't rushing it, or at least to get some info. It's very hard to play it. You need to have some good rehearsal and like look at really what works, but I think that they isolated that was a big weakness, and they really exploited that in some key rounds. So many rounds won on B.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have a 3-man push towards A, which only Cutler is holding at the moment, but he has got a counter flash from his teammate. They're gonna smoke it off to slow him down as well. Tarek just getting a nice and easy kill with a good boost there. Doodle gets one back, taking down Hayes. They are gonna open things up here on the A side. They have a 1-man advantage now, as Swag does eliminate PTR from the proceedings. Burst Spray gonna mean it's 3 versus 1. I can't talk anymore, Dan.
iBUYPOWER gonna take that round though, so it doesn't matter. No one can talk anymore.
We've been talking all day. Now we're falling apart.
It's definitely, you know, it's well. Let's just wait, let's take it round by round. As iBUYPOWER going to be, they've got their buy coming in. Obviously, we could see some ridiculousness coming in from mouseSpaz. They seem to be dispensing ridiculousness in obscene quantities so far today.
I haven't seen anything as ridiculous as that AWP shot through the box on Dust 2 by Swag.
That was really nice.
That
jump PT50 was pretty ridiculous. Come on.
Actually, no, that was ridiculous.
That was
insane. That was like
that won them a key round.
That was NBA right there.
And that won them a key round as well, like a really key round. So yeah, nuts play from mouseSpaz to get these rounds. And sometimes like it's these key spots, these key rounds where you do these insane things that can turn a game around. Not just any old frags and any old rounds. We're going to have already a player picked off here on the entry by Cutler. So mouseSpaz already putting some work in. He's going to pick up the Galil that was on the floor and trying to make his way in with the grenade. So far, it's proving a little bit awkward, but finally he will find the scout of Cutler. But Tarek is going to pick it up, or pick one up, and I'm afraid. Tarek's got a scout, I'm afraid.
Wow, it's 4 versus 2 now. And things not looking rosy at all. AZK only 23 HP. Could even be pistoled here. You can see the rotation coming in from Peter. Let's have a look at AZK's view and see if anything can be done here. That is not a good round for iBUYPOWER, to say the least. mouseSpaz win the anti-eco, and they are 3 rounds away from victory here. I mean, mouseSpaz have gone huge today, and I think if they can close this out, there are going to be a lot of interesting posts on the various social media sites.
Yeah, lots of buzz around mouseSpaz at the moment, and rightly so. So iBUYPOWER,
deservedly so.
Big upset losing that round. mouseSpaz have been showing some incredible displays of individual skill.
Ooh, PTR's gone for the auto shotty. Thinks he's in a rap video. It's the first one. 6 more in the mag.
It's a really good shotgun, actually. A really good weapon. Alright, so it looks like Tarek's going to be taking no prisoners moving up middle. Although he is going to get stopped in his tracks by the Tech 9 of AZK. As they make their way back into the push here for this side. They can't quite get the positions they need. CT's still holding these angles quite well. Nice shot there. That's a wallbang headshot from that dual deagle. Hayes going to be in as well with a frag there. And this should be pretty clean. mouseSpaz going to take 14-4. And this could all be over. mouseSpaz can pretty much taste the $2,500. They can feel it entering their bank accounts already.
Now, what do iBUYPOWER do here? Go for the full force again. We've got the Tech 9 party with Deagle, the mini AWP on Skadoodle. Things not looking very rosy for iBUYPOWER right now. But again, it's not over till it's over. Peter in a interesting position, and there is the mini AWP for Skadil, getting the frag, getting the bomb plant as well. Got the counter-offensive coming out for the VCs now. They are 2 people down. AZK has picked up an AWP as well.
Ooh, nice shot there from AZK. Looking good now for iBUYPOWER. 2 players remain. There's no way they can retake this. However, they might just be so daring as to try, at least get some damage in. Obviously, if they could actually get rid of that AWP, that's a big deal. There's a lot of value there. But they don't really have a way to do that, so just going to back away on mouseSpaz. Keep those weapons in their hands. They've got loads of cash. Hayes has an AK. It's pretty invaluable in of itself. Got loads of nades, kit, armor. In fact, armor that's not being touched, in fact, so he can get a helmet for extra 350. So Hayes is loving life right now. And lots of money on their side. So iBUYPOWER staying in it a moment longer.
He has actually taken damage on his armor, so he left a splash to cash, but he's not going to bother. Anyway, he is up against AKs and AWPs, so it's not going to be that important on the CT side.
My mistake.
9-round deficit for iBUYPOWER, but all to do here. I mean, again, never count these guys out. We've seen some great comebacks today so far. Seeing trade frags happening on other sides of the map. All of a sudden, it's 4 versus 2.
mouseSpaz, they're explosive. They find these frags out of nowhere. They read the minds of iBUYPOWER players. But Dazed, he rips their brains from their skulls with the AK.
He is a clean assassin.
Peter, though, does finally take down the monster that is Dazed. AZK going to be making his way in. Does have an AWP and the bomb, so he's going to swap out for the AK. It's a smart choice. Try to get in there, but there's a player behind that pillar. Look at this. Cutler does go down though. That's very good to take him down so quickly because Peter is hot on the chase. But now he's going to be able to get there, but a little bit late. The bomb's already down. AZK can be anywhere now. He can be absolutely anywhere. Peter can have no idea where he's hiding. So it's going to have to be some clairvoyant stuff for Peter to guess right. And there's the flash. Good flash. No way he gets it. The flash was perfect. It's really smart to flash like that there. And he's going to get the defuse. That's a match point now for mouseSpaz, looking at a complete trouncing of their opponent's iBUYPOWER. And simultaneously with the winning of this title, with the recent victories that they've received and the tournaments that they have qualified for, mouseSpaz have suddenly shot to stardom.
They have all the momentum in the world right now. And a 10-round lead on iBUYPOWER at match point in this best of 5. It has gone all the way to the last map, guys. It is DE season, the new one. And they're looking to close things out here against IBP with their new roster, including Hiko. Talked have lost 5 maps in a row to mouseSpaz, and they look to edge iBUYPOWER here in this 5-map slower knocker. So lots of information for all the teams to glean. Lots of maps for all the teams to glean information from here. Hiko just peeking around with the Deagle Blaze. Things getting a bit quiet. AZK with the opening frag. He's got FNS. Could possibly get a... Oh, that's a surprise. I was gonna say, on the radar, he was pretty close in a position to do something. But it's gonna be a 1-man advantage for iBUYPOWER now. Make that a 2-man advantage as Cutler is the last man standing for his team. It's gonna be about economical damage now, but Swag has other ideas with that Deagle. 3 men survive for iBUYPOWER. That's going to be important with regards to their economy going forward. AZK's got just enough money to drop Skadil and AWP should they choose to. He's going to go with the M4, it seems. And Hiko going to push with Galil. So it seems the AWP isn't their primary option at the moment. They want to possibly rush sites fairly quickly. And be versatile, or maybe it will be because they're expecting the eco. So AWP's not the most ideal weapon in this situation.
It's pretty cool the way that they've stacked 3 onto the B side, because B is actually a really popular choice when you know your opponents are in a poor economic situation, just because you can, like, again, like I mentioned before, despite the fact there's lots of close angles they can use, you can shut them down quite well with grenades. And if you're all together, you've got a good chance of actually busting it down. So, but that said, you can pretty much apply that all over this map. You just have to play together. And their gamble of B isn't going to work out for them just yet, but they're not moving because it's not clear what's happening at the moment. And mouseSpaz very antsy to just end this with these pistols. iBUYPOWER though, unrelenting. They refuse to be beaten. AZK with the opening kill as they make their way in. We do have Skudul keeping one himself as well. Mangus, they're keeping those players over on B perhaps, but does go down in turn. Is going to give away an M4 in fact. So Cutler could just decide to save this.
Oh, well, he can't save because...
oh, right, there you go, yeah, sorry.
on match point. This is going to be longest rotate NA to keep his team in it against 4. This is... what am I talking about?
Yeah, I was going to say...
What am I talking about? What time is it? 1:30? Okay, you can forgive me for that one. Holy crap.
Too much running around the negative at 5
All I see is one guy. Must be iBUYPOWER. They're losing. So
mouseSpaz definitely just... they have to have already felt like they've won this. It's like hard for them not to feel that way. Considering the drama we had at the start of this series, that insane Dust 2, the great comebacks. I mean, it's been a long, draining series for both teams, full of emotions, and also the stakes are so high for mouseSpaz, who, if you know, to beat iBUYPOWER, that's a huge result for them. A team without an organization, a team that has so much promise. Like, having results like this, it can give you the confidence you need to perform really well at LANs and tournaments in the future.
You could even argue. Ooh, and Hayes.
Slam dunk. Yeah, so mouseSpaz right now already losing one player, of course, just saving up all the bank because they can actually afford to do that. They can carry as many times as they want. Got so many rounds to play around with. And there's a pretty easy cleanup here for iBUYPOWER. And how many times have we seen iBUYPOWER just in this position where they're coming back from this kind of a situation?
Yeah, you can definitely never count them out. I mean, it may look like the chips are down and the odds are against them, but the CT economy is broken here. So every time they break mouseSpaz on a buy, that means they could get another 2 rounds quite easily. So unless mouseSpaz get lucky and pick the right options for an anti-eco, as we saw earlier. iBUYPOWER doing well so far. Still only non-scope rifles on the IBP team. You can see Peter picking up an AWP. We've seen all weekend how crazy this guy can be. AZK and Cutler top fragging for their respective teams with exactly the same score, save for an additional assist on AZK. See what these guys will bring us in this round.
So Peter's doing one of the a cool play where his teammate can flash him in safely onto the angle. That I was talking about before, where you can lock down his choke point. So it's a really nice play, and as you can see now, his teammates fallen back, allowing him to just do that by himself, because he's got loads of ways to keep himself safe there, and obviously take picks if they try to retake that area. But that also tells him that B's not a priority. Ooh. So right now, mouseSpaz have a really good idea what's going on the map, and their rotating is showing us that. We've got 3 on the A site. It could be nice if they had some more presence towards like their left side of mid, towards the vent area, just to make sure that the T's, because they have middle right now, don't sneak into B, where they are kind of vulnerable. That's the major concern right now. A is pretty well taken care of at this point. So Peter's still there on that angle with that AWP at the other side of the map towards B. And Hayes is going to find a frag actually across middle from the CT spawn area. They're going to try to bust through underground, and this is going to delay rotation. Look at this, they're sneaking back, and actually Peter had just moved his position, but he managed to get a quick kill with the AWP as they try to push with the bomb. So now they know what's happening, and they do deal with Hiko. So this might just be the round here, and there it is. Great round, very well played, and I think in that